Hi, this is Michael at TV Radio 1972, and today I am revisiting a radio that I bought about 2 years ago, just before Radio Shack closed out most of its stores. It's the Radio Shack touchscreen all hazards weather alert clock radio with same technology, also known as the Radio Shack 12 996. Here's the backstory to this. I bought this radio at Radio Shack just before they closed down. The original price was $79.99, but they sold it for just $24. So I figured at a bargain price of $24 for a radio that was originally almost $80, I just couldn't pass up buying this radio. Shortly afterwards, I made my first ever radio review video that featured this radio as well as the Midland WR120EZ Weather Alert Radio. I'll put a link in the description below where you can see that review video. It's only about 6 minutes. But 2 years later, I figured it's time to do a full review of this radio. It came with a user's guide right here. English on one side. Flip it over and you have the Spanish user's guide. It also came with the AC adapter right here. And I want to read to you the features. It has digital same technology. Same stands for specific area message encoding. It's pre-programmed with all U.S. counties. Receives local no weather channels. Easy touchscreen programming, AM/FM radio, dual alarm clock, and provides audible alerts. Now the dimensions on this radio: 3 5/8 inch in height, 7 7/8 inch length, and 4 3/4 inches in depth. A 3.5 inch speaker grill right here, which means the speaker itself is probably between 2.5 to 3 inches, and has a 21 inch antenna. And here's the radio in front of us, the speaker grill. The display here, it's touchscreen. Radio Shack, Public Alert, and NOAA weather logos here. Alert light here. Not much on the sides or on the top. And on the bottom of the radio, you have rubber feet here. Description, technical information on the radio here. And then, if I open the battery door, that's where I store the 4 AA batteries. It's mainly used for backup power because the battery life, not real big for this radio. Not much battery life with just the batteries alone. That's why they have the DC input jack here for your AC adapter. Now the antenna in the back here, it's securely locked and extends out to 21 inches. Keeps the antenna secure. There's an external antenna here if you have one of those special weather antennas. You have an alert out jack here. DC 6-volt input here. This button, I believe it's the reset button. I don't know for sure. And then the auxiliary input is here, so you can either connect your cell phone or MP3 player, iPod, iPad right here, and you can play music through there. So right now, I'm going to turn on the radio and show you the menu option first. You can program your weather, time, and alarm here. Program your time by pressing time. you can either press the hour, minute, or AM, PM here to change using these buttons on the sides. I'm not going to set it because 7:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is the correct time. So we're approaching dusk. We're not quite there yet in my area. The alarm feature. Yeah, the touchscreen is not the greatest, but if you're not careful. But here's the alarm feature. Alarm 1 and alarm 2 here. I won't set it, but you can set it by hour, minute, and AM, PM, and use these arrow buttons to change the time. On, off, and exit. I'll keep it off. And then your weather. WX button here. I'll press channel. We can set up the channel.
Chance of rain 20%. Here is the area weather summary. High pressure across the Northeast will continue to build offshore through the evening.
KZZ 31, Hardyston, New Jersey, about 26 miles from here. That's my nearest NOAA station for now.
Skies will clear behind us.
And I'm going to scroll it. That's the only way I can change the channel on weather.
Northern Berkshire. Fire weather zone 013 Southern Litchfield. Fire weather zone 025 Southern Berkshire. Fire weather zone
That is WXL 37 Highland, New York. That's about 60 miles away.
Fire weather zone 053
Sometimes I can get this channel as well.
Fire weather zone 059 Eastern Green. Fire weather zone 06 elsewhere.
I'm going to set it to channel 5 though. Press select and it'll exit. Your location is buttons here, and here are the list of counties I have listed. I've listed 3, but you can get up to 20. You can list up to 20 here. Alert type, alert reminder. You can set that on and off. You can set on and off here as well. That was your signal reminder. And then your warning option. Either the radio is set for factory default warnings, or you can do warning only, radio set for minimal warnings, or you can customize your warnings. Now the default will have all the checked warnings and watches. You can scroll down and add, check or uncheck what warnings you want on your radio. And then I'll exit. Alert type, alert mode. The alert mode is tone, voice, select, and exit. So you can select either the tone or voice. I prefer voice. That's just my preference. I'll exit here. Now, I'm going to go to radio next. I'll start with FM. Now, FM is 87.5 to 107.9. And you can tune in a few ways. You can either tune using these arrow buttons here. I'm going to put the volume down, because that's a little loud. So you can either tune with these buttons, or you can press and hold to scroll up and down the dial. But I'm going to do a band scan with the Seek.
I can't answer your question. Democracy Institute. How can we live together? And in the bad time.
prices?
You save a lot.
I wanted to just take that.
Every single gift is double, dollar for dollar, right now. 888-782-7991, online at star991.com. Right now, every single gift is
the bill. So it's a procedural vote.
Best prom styles, Saturday at 4 p.m.
Intelligent all-wheel drive. It's Tech U. Jesus Christ and in Him alone.
Now I'm going to try a benchmark of 104.7 to see how well it does with distance stations. WSPK K104 Poughkeepsie, that's about 60 miles away, so it does do well.
Everyday heroes and leaders taking action on injury.
I'm going to try 107.9 as well. WEBE, Weeby 108, Westport, Connecticut, that's about between 45 and 50 miles. You can also set by pressing the middle scale, and it'll set to a certain part of the dial. You can also tune using these presets.
Forgive your sin. Tell somebody what you've done.
I don't know.
Share in her. Here we go. To get your loved ones back on track as quickly as possible.
And if you want to preset, press and hold the preset button, it'll be stored. See, I just changed it.
The gas station.
I want to go back to that preset. And that'll be all for the FM. FM overall is pretty good. It's a little hard to use the radio with the touchscreen. That's kind of the flaw of it, but I don't mind. The reception's good on it. Overall. I'm going to go to AM. Now, here you have your off, band selector button here, AM, FM, your seek, your volume, and then your exit. So right now, I'm going to scroll the AM band. We're approaching sunset. We're approaching dusk. We're not quite there yet, so I might be able to get a few semi-local and distant stations as stations start to change power, lower their power. WBWD, Bali 540, Islip, New York. That's about 51 miles away.
Educational workshop right here in New York and New Jersey.
Bola Market, your neighborhood convenience.
Office, and Sharpton, who historically loved nothing more.
Then they estimated the impact of diets on the risk of death from diseases including...
Good Morning America raves. You've never seen it.
Y que lo que hace el Barcelona es muy bueno.
Under section 6103.
Are you missing one or more of your teeth?
It might not pick up those distant stations in the seek yet. Maybe a little too early. Oh. WBAL, Baltimore, Maryland. So it's starting to get those distant stations already. That's about 167 miles away.
Real estate is a powerful tool that has made... But the point being is that we have to
That's WVNJ Oakland, New Jersey Relevant Radio. Only about 12 miles away, but it works with a directional antenna.
Equity gap. I believe one of the presidential candidates.
He wrote a book, ran for president, aligned himself with the Dalai Lama.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 82 miles.
Game, an entertaining sideshow, and really it still is.
WFAS, White Plains, New York. I usually get that during the day. It's 1,000 watts, but I can't get that station at night. It gets too weak, the reception, but that's about 24 miles away. Couple of stations mixing on 1360.
To his love, better witnesses of his mercy, and
Couple of stations on 1460. A little weak right now. I'll be able to get it stronger later on, but that is WFED, Washington, D.C., 204 miles. Let me see if I can get 1520, though. Nah, 1520. Hardly coming in.
कि हमारे ऑफिस में एक 문제로 고민하고 계십니까? 이민 전문 변호
And the seed continues from the beginning of the dial again. Now I have my presets here.
WABC, the NYPD says the estranged
Jewish neighborhoods in Brooklyn.
Teenager is not the child.
I would totally accept that.
For denying vaccines.
With the Pope coming in behind us 50 years ago.
And that is it for the AM. Overall, AM performs pretty well, but sometimes though that touchscreen, not the greatest thing in the world, but it's nice to have. It's something unique that I don't have with other radios. But before I go, I wanted to try the auxiliary input option on this radio because just to give you an audio test of that, I just have to set it to the YouTube audio library, hook the radio to the back. Here it is. I'll play this song. Play a little bit of it. Okay. Now, I don't know if there's a... Oh, there's a volume on it. Okay. And that is all for the auxiliary input. Sounds pretty good. It has a pretty good sound to it. So there are things to like about this radio. I mean, I like the fact that it has a pretty good sound to it. Reception does pretty good as well. I guess my only negative really is the touchscreen experience, which is the main part of the radio, but hey. Everything else to me is pretty good. Now this radio's been discontinued for a while, so I'm not gonna rate it. I just figured after 2 years of buying this radio, doing a short video review, I figured I'd give you this full review of this radio, the Radio Shack 12-996, or Radio Shack touchscreen all hazards weather alert clock radio with same. I hope you enjoyed this review, everyone. Have a good weekend, everybody, and God bless. Bye-bye.